Hello, everybody. Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to episode 3 of Torchbearer, the Keep on the Borderlands. As always, I'm your host and game master tonight, Eric, aka EricVulgaris. Hope everyone's doing well. Virgil, how are you doing?
I am included in those that are doing well. So that's nice. And I haven't been up to a whole lot since I last saw the lovely viewers of your channel. Other than a little bit of work, but got a lot done in that little bit of time at work. So that's always nice as well. What have you been up to, Sean?
I just got an Autumn of the Ancients game scheduled, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've been talking to Jen Martin, who's one of the creators, and we're going to be playing that starting end of the month. I think November 30th will be our first game, so we'll post that up on Actual Play. But I'm super stoked about that. How about you, Sage? What have you been up to?
Work mostly. But finally playing Seafall. We had started Seafall like years ago, or a year ago when it came out, and played all of 2 sessions, and now we're finally back into a rhythm of doing all the legacy unlockable stuff. So yeah, not a whole lot of RPGs except this game, but at least I'm getting in some board gaming.
Yeah, awesome.
How about you, Epi?
Nice. Let's see here. I just released a free 280 character role-playing game on Twitter in honor of the 280 characters, which I cannot pronounce because its title is 2 emojis. So, but go through at Twitter or at Epidia, you'll find it. But the thing I'm really looking forward to is this week I get to record an episode of my Rockford Files podcast. So nice. The one I do with Nathan Paoletta.
Oh, lovely.
And if you don't watch the Rockford Files, you should. It is a balm.
You and Nathan have almost convinced me to watch that show, which is really saying something. That would not normally be up my alley.
Yeah. What is the pitch for the show? I haven't heard about it.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's James Gardner. And if you haven't experienced James Gardner, he's like, how do I do?
How do you compare him to A Summer's Day?
Exactly. he's a wonderful actor, but also he has just this amazing charm and sort of soothingness to him that makes watching the stuff. But it's also very well written. And so the Rockford Files, James Gardner plays Jim Rockford, who is a detective in the 70s. It's filmed in the 70s, so it's contemporary. A private detective who is always a little bit down on his luck and a bit of a con man at the same time. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Nice.
Also, by the way, Epi, your game is totally named Ghost Ship. So
yeah, there you go.
I'm not sure why you didn't realize that the name of your Twitter, your 280 character game is Ghost Ship, but I can tell you that's what it's called.
I wrote it on my phone, and my phone doesn't tell me what the emojis.
Oh, I don't know.
It just shows
I see a ghost and a spaceship. So,
but I have professional opinions about this.
I don't use emojis ever. Yeah. Other than smiley face. I will use a smiley face because that'll just be a smiley face.
I had 280 characters. I needed to compact some things. And the title, it also made a nice cover.
You can just get away with not using vowels. Everyone will get the idea.
Awesome.
So wait. I don't have to hand it off to anyone.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So, back to you, Eric. How are you?
Thanks.
Sorry.
Hey, no problem. Last night I played a really, really good game of Shooting the Moon by Emily Carboss. That was fun. So that's always a good time. We did mermaids in like a mermaid kingdom, Fast and the Furious with seahorse chariot racing things. And
oh, nice.
That's special.
Okay, so you played it in a Fast and the Furious setting. So you were playing it with John, Allison, and who else?
No. I was actually playing with one of my other Torchbearer, my other Torchbearer group. One of their players joined me that evening, as well as Taylor from the Leviathan
Cool.
podcast files. So that's super nice, and it's fun to do a quick little game of that. As you can see, I no longer have a green screen. I have redecorated and just kind of overhauled my stream setup. I'm still streaming from a little tiny closet, and if you want to see those pictures, you can see that on Twitter. But enough about all that kind of stuff. Let's get ready to do what we came here to do, and that is play some Torchbearer. So
yeah.
Who wants to do the previously on and clue?
I totally forgot my notebook. I need to grab my notebook for this.
Yeah, who wants to clue Linus up to speed about this disaster?
Wow.
What?
It was
Another
exciting.
disaster.
It was so exciting.
Oh yeah, it was extraordinarily exciting, but definitely things escalated.
Yeah, I catching up on last time was a real learning experience on how things go without me.
The answer is poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I go, but I feel like I'm gonna miss stuff. It was just like to me, it was just a blur of goblins. We made our way in to the caves and just found all kinds of treasure and goods. None for you. No, that's not exactly what happened.
There was a thing before we went in though that was important.
Oh, what was?
You were scouring around looking for your lantern.
Oh well, unfortunately, we didn't find our lantern. But we did get like chased around for a while, didn't we?
We touched the thing and got the
You
sicko
guys,
moss
yeah,
on
that's because
us.
you guys are goofy.
Yeah.
They were like eating those trees. Remember? Was that the episode before?
We didn't.
I remember the eating the trees.
We
So
ate,
there was like worse and worse trees, and these guys decided that it was like a really good idea to just hang out with these trees, get like really up close. So we dug into the trees because there's probably treasure in there. We figured.
Mm-hmm.
There was something shiny. Yeah.
Or
Which we never
there were
got.
hallucinations of grandeur by my. I mean, I was really, treasure centric. So there was like a. It was on different places on you guys, wasn't it? On your chest, maybe, Epidaya?
yeah.
Basil's chest and Bryn's back of her hand.
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember where yours was. So it's the same symbol, but it like burned into their skin, or it wasn't a burn; it was more like a stain.
Or a
like
scar.
a rash.
So you're marked by chaos is the bottom line here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it came with some horrible nightmares and some visions of doom along with it. So
I mean, I really wouldn't expect less from chaos. Like that's
yeah.
But we didn't really learn much about that yet. We tried to figure it out, but we don't exactly know what's going on with that. In the cave, there was quite a number of goblins, but we figured we could sneak past. This was not the case.
No.
They didn't want to deal with us themselves, so they apparently are paying some guy named, what was the name?
Oog.
Oog. They're paying some guy named Oog, an ogre or something, to take care of business. So I tried to bribe him.
It went well.
It went well. So we tried to escape. We weren't quite as fast as we wanted to be. And also, my attempt to find like a better escape route cut off our escape route.
oh, great.
But nobody died, surprisingly. We did have to give up some concessions, and so we got locked up in a cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we weren't alone. We were with like a very friendly. Scott, what was the beast?
The gnoll.
A gnoll. Very friendly gnoll.
Great sense of humor.
Yeah, real
Our
funny
elf is-
guy.
Our elf is speaking euphemistically this whole time. by the way.
Ravenous hunger. Ravenous hunger, sharp teeth. Your kind of dude.
Mhm.
And gosh, I don't remember how we got them to like open the door.
Well,
Was it because they had us chained up and then they just started whipping me?
Yeah. Well, there were a few events that prompted the whipping. You sort of
No, I mean, I was just singing and wailing and gnashing of teeth and that kind of thing.
There were like mercenaries in there with us who had been captured earlier. Human mercenaries.
These were the guys from not from the nearby keep, but
yeah, there were two mercenaries that had the Blue Lion Tavern, and then there was a merchant and a lady. I don't remember if there were additional humans, Eric, but and a gnoll all chained up. Yeah.
There was an orc.
There was an orc, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I tried to get fancy with bardic magic, but the whip was stronger. I still can't remember why they came in though, because that was my whole plan. Do you guys remember like how?
Well, they didn't like us talking.
Yeah.
Right. Like
you came in to like beat us even better.
Yeah, they were in the room with us. You distracted them with your by talking to them while I picked the lock and got out.
Oh yeah, we got the
free.
door open. That's how it happened.
We haven't gotten the door open. I just picked the lock on my manacles. So we're still in the prison cell, and right now, Bryn shoved one of them into the gnoll just barely, and the other one is.
Remember, is there an open door in this cell now, or is it still closed?
It's closed.
Okay, so he pulled him close enough for the gnoll to get him.
Bryn shouldered him into the gnoll so that the gnoll, who was shackled to the wall, could grab the hobgoblin and devour him.
Yeah. So there's we're mid mauling.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think we're mid escape because there's still a gnoll whipping Virgil, or not a gnoll, a hobgoblin.
A hobgoblin.
A hobgoblin whipping
and then there's
Virgil.
but we have Linus in in reserve. So everything's
a tactical Linus.
Deploy Linus.
Who does not have spells at this point? So limited tactical options.
Yes. But thank you. And group, do we think that's worthy of rewarding the prologue special?
Sure.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Got me up pretty well.
All right.
Take it.
So, do you remember what you need to do to recover, Virgil?
Do I remember what?
Yeah,
what I need?
because in Mouse Guard it's just like the prologue from, or in Torchbearer it's just like the prologue from Mouse Guard. So you get to recover 1 point of spent nature, or recover your
tired. Were we?
There is a specific recovery order for stuff, and it would be hungry and thirsty in your case.
We are hungry and thirsty.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And that needs to be recovered first, right?
Correct. That's the recovery priority order.
Find my sheet.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, and you are no longer hungry and thirsty for recalling us this great tale.
So, what's the order? Is it hungry, thirsty? Is it like these in this order of conditions here? Afraid, injured.
No.
It is.
Yeah, it's got. There's a
I'll have
different
to look
order
it
of
up in a
recovery.
second. Yeah.
Okay.
But hungry and thirsty is definitely where you start.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, like I think exhausted is actually sort of later on down the line.
Angry,
whereas
afraid,
in the grind,
exhausted, sick, injured, dead, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's if you read left to right in our little thing, it's in that order.
So.
Except you never get fresh again. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you scrub.
We were speaking about that. Now that Linus, you have been away.
Oh yeah.
Technically, you return to us fresh.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And,
Benefits from missing sessions.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna fish for this. If I'm returning to fresh, did I also have time to prepare my spell?
Yes.
No, I don't think enough things have passed, especially because,
No, that's totally fine. I can't not ask after you've thrown that out there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So you are, I guess,
I was just
Perhaps we should
unleashing
ask
my
you.
bardic magic, which is very loud, so I don't know where he is, but he probably...
Yeah, that might be how I found my way to them. I was probably lost. I think you guys just did what everybody does and forgot about me for
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so the question is, are you in this room to begin with? I kind of imagine you are.
yeah. No, I probably am. I was just in here and nobody had noticed me yet.
Yeah.
Right. And were you captured along with us, or did you get captured sort of independently? I mean,
Or captured at all.
that's true. We're captured at all.
Oh, I actually kind of like if
I
we
like
can
that
go.
not even the goblins notice him.
Yeah.
He's just
You
been
just
there
kinda
at
meandered
the
in.
door the whole time. No
You're like-
one noticed.
So we're like, the show would resume with everybody like getting ready to square up against the hobgoblin. We see the door handle like jiggle, and it's just Linus comes in and like, oh hey guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But obvious, or like you're already there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perhaps-
no, I mean, I think it probably makes a little more sense if I actually have been taken captive. I was just taken
Yeah.
captive separate from everybody else.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that I just wandered in there and nobody noticed, but it's a little hard to
Far-fetched.
suspend that disbelief.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay, but we have one point of accounting before we can jump in and play. Of course,
yeah.
it's review our goals and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
So, anybody want to already know what they have changed their goals to and want to share?
Ooh. I mean, I have to change my goal. I made it last time.
You did, so you need it.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to as well.
I did as well. Yeah. Dang.
So, I mean, is it cool to make my goal something like get us to a safe place to camp?
Mhm.
All right, then that's my in and out of character goal.
That's a good goal.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous of that goal. I kind of want to wish that I had thought of it.
Yep.
Yeah, your party members are not doing great. Linus.
Yeah, and I could really use a spell. I almost want to say
Camp is a real good plan.
find safety so I can recover my spell, but that seems shooting too low for a goal for me.
Goals just have to be
win role-play
have
games in
obstacles in their
general.
way, right?
I mean, there's certainly obstacles.
Yeah, I think there's certainly obstacles there, but goals. Maybe I'm misremembering. I think goals have to be a
I've
little
always felt like goals
loftier.
need to be a little bigger than that. So Basil's trying to get us to a safe place to camp.
And by us, I mean obviously me and at least one other person.
Yeah.
I love your like context for it is always like
I want to be
Yeah.
very specific here.
goals are immediate, something you could feasibly accomplish this session. They're not long term. And don't write dumb goals like I will light a torch. There's no reward for accomplishing dumb goals. I say this out of things. So yeah, I mean something you can do this
I mean,
session
I guess
is the intent.
find safety to prepare spells. That isn't a given. Like there is challenge to that.
Yeah.
And it's something that could reasonably happen in one session
Yeah,
And you could do that without us.
Yeah.
So
if I needed to.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, let's try it. I've never written a goal quite this direct, but if everybody's up for it, I'll give it a try and we'll see.
absolutely. We're always cool with that.
Yeah, I lowered my my goal way down to get my hands on some treasure. I just have to touch the dang stuff. I was so close too. I actually lost treasure last time.
You have negative treasure.
Yeah, you have negative treasure. Yeah. My goal is I will free our fellow captives.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I was almost gonna change it to make a new friend, but I just want that treasure.
I mean, there are people here. There are people here that that you could definitely make friends with, presumably.
Like the gnoll.
Like the gnoll, yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe
I should probably articulate. I should probably articulate that I will free our fellow
Humans.
Well,
mentally stable
allies of law, civilization.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, don't go too far with allies of law. Like I'm unaffiliated.
Yeah, I think we're all unaffiliated. We realize that.
Well,
Yeah.
slowly gaining an affiliation. I have unaffiliated, but I have a sponsor now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will free our fellow civilized
Basil is
captors.
seeing somebody.
Didn't you show your chest to
It's
someone?
complicated.
Yeah, he showed his chest to the gnoll who was
Oh
like,
yeah. I
was
like,
basically
hey,
like, "What's up, bro? I
hey,
still want to
how's
eat
it
your
going?"
face."
He
Yeah.
was like, that's like extra seasoning for me. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
So-
then you threw the moldy sandwich at it, and it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
nice! I could do 10. I could do 10 more of those."
We described Sage minor background because I love this idea for gnolls is that gnolls are creatures that just no one can ally with because they are just nasty, chaotic creatures of pure destruction.
They're the worst.
And it's the only thing you really need to know about gnolls is that they have to eat, and the idea is that any food that they eat is fed to their god, and so
nice.
it's like just an eternally devouring maw, and so they're always all hungry, and it just makes them insane.
I like these gnolls a lot more than
Yeah.
like. I mean,
Regular
not
gnolls.
as
Just be-
Linus doesn't like them, but like yeah.
Yeah. No, they have an
Awesome
ethos.
idea.
Yeah. So it's a sin to die with an empty stomach.
Yeah,
That's also true for Torchbearer, like,
Yeah.
which is why I wink and a nod say that with. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, there were other people in this room too, but I think we're ready to begin with our goals and our beliefs and instincts are set, right?
Yeah.
Great. So we come back into the room. Currently, the gnoll is just devouring down. Blood is spraying off this hobgoblin jailer, and the co-jailer is currently lashing our poor elf, who I think at this point, hearing the sounds and cries, kind of like looks and is shocked to see that you have broken out because he kind of got tunnel vision, whipping the crap out of this.
I was
elf.
taking it like a champ, though.
Yeah,
That was a good
you
roll.
were. Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
literally enduring it. And I think that's kind of where we get back into the action, is that sort of tenuous moment of, oh crap, things are breaking down. And I want to know what you guys want to do. You're all present. Some of you are manacled.
Yeah.
Linus, I presume you're manacled still.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, we're all manacled. Just some of us don't have manacles that are attached to the wall.
right. Bryn still has her manacles. Came in here with. Yeah,
Life's
well,
the real cage, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, making it real. Since Bryn is the only person free right now, you mentioned that there was on the wall a ring of keys hanging there,
Next to the door.
and that
correct.
was next
Close
to the
to you.
door,
Yeah.
close to me. So Bryn, my intention is to go grab the keys and toss them to Basil.
All right.
Yeah, I think.
Mhm.
I mean, right now it would be hard to get them to Cadence because he's currently being whipped. So I think if anyone's going to get out and
You just don't see Linus still.
yeah,
just-
Yeah, if
I
we
mean,
have to play the long game
He's
to get
like
this whipping
waving
over,
his hands
I'm
like
fine
I'm
with
here,
that.
I'm here.
I'm here. I mean, I'm just thinking in terms of the person who could help, get out quickly and club this dude.
Right. Well, the hobgoblins noticed you, remember? So you're kind of like having to do this really quick, right? Like it's the moment of being like, the keys are already in the air, right? They're already moving.
Yes.
And
Right. Yeah,
and
it's
so
a
we're gonna
split
have
second thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have an opposed. I think it's actually going to be.
Oh,
yeah, I guess
like
it's
a
either
game
going to
of
be Basil
Keep
or Sean. Yeah, basically the hobgoblin's gonna try to snatch them out of the air, right?
Mhm.
And so it's gonna be kind of like a. I'm trying to think of the best way of boiling this down to Torchbearer mechanics of basically this versus test, because the hobgoblins are trying to snatch them, right? And you're trying to
Yeah, I mean,
beat his reflexes, basically.
Yes, right. Yep.
So
I'm still taunting this guy because I was like taunting him, and I'm like, I used to teach the young elf squire. This is nothing. That was torture.
Yeah, and you see that he's absolutely stopped whipping you though, because he's, you know, he sees what's going on around him, and then he sees like in the slow motion the keys going, and his eyes are like, oh no, this is really bad for the captain.
Yeah.
So,
he also sees presumably his buddy getting like devoured.
Yeah, and realizes that he tunnel visioned and is in a really bad spot. Well, he can't let you guys get out, and so he's going to try to grab these keys out of the air. And so I think this is going to be some kind of versus test, and it's probably going to be, Sean, your quickness, right? Your quick thinkingness against his ability to see this happening and respond. So I'm thinking this is probably
throw versus catch.
Yeah, but
those are stats in this, right?
Maybe
there's definitely stats.
The simplest way would be a health test, because in terms of like just speeding it, but like
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I could see like Hunter or something like that, but like let's just do that.
Okay. Yeah.
I
think health is when there's no action there's no skill that goes with it. Health.
Peasant. No.
Peasant.
Cooking
keys fast. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Roll of versus health. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could legitimately help with this, because it's really just a matter of like, I don't know. Basil might be able to if he lunges for them to try and like wrestle them
to catch
from
him.
him. You know, if he happens to get his hands on him, for him to try and pull him out of his hands.
I'm just checking on Laborer, because actually,
tossing the keys to someone does sound like a very like. I can see it.
The bulk of the I mean, in any case, I don't have Laborer. We'll just be doing the beginner's luck.
Let's roll health now.
I think it's definitely Bryn who's making the roll, and it's against this hobgoblin. People can help, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll give you help then. I'm going to try and catch it.
Yeah.
Cool.
In my teeth, because I'm manacled.
Well, the chains we described are long enough that like you can lunge out for them. If they get close to you, you could still try and pull them out of his hands.
Exactly.
So as long as as long as we're close, I don't know if anybody else can help, but if you have ideas for it, I'm more than happy to.
Exactly.
My taunting distractions is all I really can offer at this shackled point.
Yeah. Actually, since everybody's forgotten about me, I don't know. Actually, no, it's help. I don't. Well, I guess I need to help with a skill or something. I was gonna say, could I help by just like, I finally get everybody's attention, and the gnoll, they might look at me instead of looking at the keys.
Yeah, totally. I think, but would that actually be a factor for everybody?
Oh,
everyone's kind of surprised. Everyone's like, "Wait, what? The key just hit you in the face or something?"
No, that's a fair point.
You're right. I think that's actually affects both sides of this.
Yeah. No. In that case, I will not make a big scene of trying to get everybody to look at me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has if there's any like loose stones in the wall or rubble that they can reach, but throwing something in his eyes or something like that. Maybe I don't know if anybody would have.
Is there like a round rock I can try to kick under his the guy's foot or something?
No, not around you. No. All the closest things for round rocks are near the center of the place where the fire pit is. They do a pretty good job making sure that you guys have nothing that you could bash people with.
Jerks.
Makes sense. Cool. Let's roll it then.
All right. Cool. I'm chucking 3 dice at this.
Cool.
And we're at a 1. What is it called? Factor because of our exhausted.
Yep.
Yay.
So they basically have +1 success. What abilities? What? I'm getting this wrong. What are you testing? Health.
Now, are you looking to modify this roll in any way with a trait or something like that to play into what we're doing?
Oh, good question. Let's see. Born of Earth and Stone doesn't really seem applicable. Jaded doesn't seem applicable. I'm not gonna tap nature, so no, I don't think so.
You want to just spend a persona for a die?
No. I'm good. All right.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna roll health plus 1 helping die from Basil.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I said I rolled.
You beat me.
I beat you even with a factor.
Oh, that's right. You subtract one, right?
Yeah.
I think you technically gain 1. I don't know, for whatever it's worth, but
No,
yes.
if it's factors
One way or the
reduce
other.
you by 1 success. But that's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So despite exhaustion,
Yes.
You have
Right.
to underhand lob it.
Basil,
So
you have the
tired.
keys.
Presumably they're not a roll to use, right? I could just go ahead and unlock at least one arm, and then I unlock myself, and then what is this hobgoblin doing? We've thrown these keys past him.
Yeah.
Do I have to like kick him, or like can I just keep him at bay with my long arms or my long legs? And I'm demonstrating my legs here, which you can't see because.
Yeah. So I think now that you have the keys, right? Part of me thinks I kind of want to jump to a conflict, but part of me thinks like I don't know what that conflict would look like.
Right. It's
yeah.
It's
Well, I think if so we're not playing out every single person getting unlocked. I think if the conflict is a matter of us, coordinating together, the more of us that get free, the more of us can get that can help and whatnot. I was certainly thinking of grabbing Basil's shield, which I know is on the ground, and just slamming into the hobgoblin to like knock him out of the way, so that Basil could, not only unlock himself but unlock others. I assume that what he's trying to do is recapture us, but in terms of our goal, I kind of think this might be a like murder.
Oh, do you want to murder? Yeah, we can murder.
I think it's a murder.
I mean, I don't.
Here's
we can't drive him off because we don't want him running away and alerting everybody. And we.
Yeah. Well, Sean, I think that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. I think the hobgoblin, this pot-bellied hobgoblin, is going to realize that he's, the math does not add up here, but he needs to get the riot, police for this jailbreak. He needs to go alert the people and deal with the consequences then.
Do we suddenly have a goal of stopping that then?
So I think, so rather than me dictate what's going on here, I'm going to throw it to you all, being like, the hobgoblin sees this, and after Basil gets the keys and starts fidgeting it, he starts being like, backing up, like, oh crap, and wants to make it to the door, right?
Right.
What do you all do?
I guess.
Well, we could also
he says something in Goblin, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
if he's gonna run, if he's backing off, we could try and capture him rather than kill him. We could try and lock him up. I mean, we got a bunch of manacles here.
I'm cool with either killing or capturing. Let's capture him.
I tend to like capture just because.
I like capture as well.
Yeah,
because it's not kill. Because kill should only be used when you absolutely have to.
Yep.
So who's taking the lead on this here? If we're gonna do the capture, it's gonna be fighter or hunter.
Bryn is the first one.
Yeah. Thankfully, this isn't going to be a full-blown conflict. This is just going to be a simple versus test for them to get away or not, a single test. But,
we're not going to conflict. Okay, sorry,
okay.
I thought you wanted
it. Yeah, I
but this is definitely going. Yeah, sorry, it's definitely going to be a versus test, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, then, I'm willing to fighter. Yeah. I'm sorry. I knew I had fighter. I just forgot what I had in fighter. So I was excited about fightering, and then I saw the 2, and I got less excited.
Yeah.
But...
Well, I'm gonna. If he's going to back off, Bryn. I'm gonna pick up his Basil's shield, and I'm gonna run and just because it worked before. I'm gonna run and just charge the hobgoblin and try and slam him against the wall next to Basil. And I think at least the 2 of us, maybe others, are gonna try and lock him up in it.
Yeah.
Like you get off your manacles, and we get at least one around him, and then we can eventually, wrestle the other arm in, and I mean, we have the methods. Yeah, we have the method to capture him. We might as well. We've got the keys and the numbers.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just kick wildly in case he gets close enough to kick him.
Yeah, I could see it being really messy, like being pushed
like a
around.
static weapon that they can push him into.
Yeah, and all of us kind of like it not being a speed thing where it's just us, but like that thing where like, if he goes free, somebody else grabs at him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to justify other people helping because
I'm going to help with my Bandit Wise trait, because I know that when you take a hostage, like many bandits do, you want to get something in their mouth as soon as possible to keep them from screaming. So I'm going to start shoving. What do I have on me? Does that work? Am I reaching?
No, that sounds good. Like, that's a good way of... But it sounds like you're the one who's... actually, no, it definitely sounds like Bryn's the one who's making the roll, but that sounds like good help.
Yeah, with the shield there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to shove my holy symbol in his mouth. Sorry.
You don't have a use for that anymore. You got a replacement one.
Yeah.
He's like doing the shield bash. Can he bash him, like I said, like over into me so I can like kick him in the spine or something and help that way?
I think you're still manacled, so...
Yeah. My hand and foot manacled. I was thinking some cool, like, hold myself up by my manacled hands with my bracing myself against the wall.
I'll actually I'm gonna ask Basil a question, and then your help will be contingent on their answer. Basil, do you hand the keys off for the next person to be unlocked, and then so only one of these two people can help you? Will it be Linus, or will it be Cadence, or maybe the men-at-arms or the merchant?
Like, Cadence or who?
Well, but there's also the gnoll. Let's not forget the gnoll.
Yeah.
Go the gnoll.
Yeah, go for the just
wild card.
There's the Oric
This is
too.
not to deny Cadence.
The gnoll just eats the keys.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you gave the keys, they would just eat it.
I think
God.
I think I take the keys and I'm about to throw them to Cadence, and that's when I notice Linus.
Nice.
And I'm like, what? Just kind of throw them at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I unlocked myself, and I don't think I'm going to be much help, but I am a survivalist, which includes like making shelters and jury rigging tools, and I figure that means like some familiarity with tying things. I'm gonna like take my belt or something, like, or tear off part of my sleeve or something, and I'm trying to like bind him together, and put a simple little shank knot in there or whatever.
You could just like tear off one sleeve and then shove two of his arms in there.
Yeah. Okay.
I really love the idea of like everybody's feverishly working to try and like grab hold of his arms and legs and pull him down and drag him on the ground and get him into the manacles. It's great.
And I'm just like eight feet away, kicking my legs in case he gets close enough.
Yeah, perfect.
Like a bicycle.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the dice.
Let's do it.
So yeah, when you try to come at him, he like cracks the whip and like reflects off your shield, and then all of a sudden, some Linus grabs him from behind, and this wrestling ensues.
Cool.
Nothing can go wrong.
So
nothing can go wrong. All right, so we're gonna roll a fighter test.
This is fighter versus the hobgoblin's nature.
Cool. I'll take it. For this, I.
Wait, doesn't he have a whip? You can just tie him up with that.
That's great. Yeah.
I mean, where there's a whip, there's a way.
Nice. Yeah. When Bryn first hits him, she's like, she like grumbles and says to him in Goblin, it's like, we tried to make this easy on you. Stop fighting and we don't have to kill you. You don't have to die by the blade today. Not that this is going to help
Stop
her.
resisting.
Yeah, really. It's like if you don't let us capture you, we're going to have to kill you. And she doesn't want to go there. All right. I'm gonna roll fighter. I don't think any of my traits apply, or rather, I don't think using jaded in this case is something that makes particular sense. Although I feel like spending time in Manacles herself really...
Is anyone watching the Gnoll?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have a good view of it at least.
It's good.
Yeah.
The chained up person should keep an eye on the
Yeah.
Gnoll.
The Gnoll...
It's a good horror movie scenario there.
The Gnoll has finished...
I'm thinking about like loosening a boot to like fling it at him, but then I'm like, no, I need my boots.
Like, it's eerie in the most gruesome way. The efficiency of this Gnoll just eating this hobgoblin. It is just like
just the whole
percent that's been gobbled is very high given the amount of time so far.
Right. And also like
the whole bones then. Oh, the skull. I see.
Yeah,
Just
no,
everything then. Everything.
Just eats everything.
And they're of approximately similar size too,
Yeah.
right? Like the Gnoll isn't much bigger than the hobgoblin.
No, it's just like it's just
like, oh, he's spilled a bit. Oh, he's scooping it up. Okay, he's very hungry.
Right. I'm ready to roll when you are, Sean.
All right, I am. Yep.
All right, let's roll these dice. See what happens.
Later.
3.
3. I'm getting 2 helping dice. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, let's see how what I can do.
Oh no! But can you
There's a 6.
can you work with it?
Yeah, I can work
you
with it.
want to workshop that failure?
Yeah, I want to workshop that failure a little bit.
Okay. Well, so right now it doesn't look good, and I think the consequence to failure here is the twist is that no one's winning, right? But I think the Gnoll gets one of their arms free from pulls the thing out and it's trying to like desperately get its other hand free, right now, it's breaking out. Like
So
this combat is making it go into a huge frenzy, and it's just basically like raging itself free. So that's gonna be a problem if this doesn't get taken care of, right?
Yeah.
And I think the hobgoblin probably says something like, "Look what you're doing! Like you're gonna get us all killed!" And you know.
The Gnoll is breaking itself.
Yeah,
free.
the Gnoll.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so like that's.
I was getting mixed up to it.
Yeah, no, that is the wink twist of failure here. If it.
Oh, is that we have instead a Gnoll to contend with.
So I used a wise. Can I spend the fate point thing, or is that only if I rolled?
It's only if you roll.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, wise just gives you an extra die when you help somebody. But you can mark remember for accounting purposes, helping with a wise, and it fails, that's a failure. The wise
Or a pass.
Or
if
a
we can
pass.
make it a pass.
Doesn't the test mean?
Oh, it's when the test happens. Okay.
It actually no. I'm pretty sure the test has to actually succeed. I think this sort of like
Right.
post.
Well, we're not
roll.
we're not doing a tiebreaker roll right now yet.
Okay.
If we got to tiebreaker, then I agree. You'd have to succeed. But right now, I'm still augmenting the original roll. Like if I spend a persona, to use, of course,
You goblin wise or something.
and use Goblin Wise and bark him in order in Goblin, then it succeeds, then I think you can mark pass because
I see. Yeah.
if we hit a tie or. Right, I'm going to do that. He says, "What are you doing?" And I say, and I bark back at him in a goblin. I'm like, "It's you, fool! That's it's you, fool! That's enraged him. We won't hurt you. Just we won't hurt you, but stop fighting. Otherwise, he's going to devour us all." And
We fed him sandwiches. He likes us.
and I think the of course of it is like just knowing that like. Goblins are more afraid than gnolls than they are of humans, and I try to redirect his fear at the thing. Like, don't do anything stupid, because...
And the hobgoblin curses and says something that, like, never making a deal with the goblins again.
Nice.
It's like they sold them bad goods, right? Like, look at you guys breaking out, right? This is bullshit.
All right. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to be fancy here and roll, of course, because I can. And I've got 4 dice. All right. So that's another 2 successes.
So you're tied now, right?
Now
you're
we're
exhausted.
tied. Yep. But of my successes, I have 3 6s.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
So let's mark.
So, yep. So just like any other test, when you get to a tie, remember you can either luck it for the 6s. You can, if you have a different wise, you could use that. You can use a trait to break it in the opponent's favor for 2 checks. Am I missing some? Or a tiebreaker roll?
Yeah, or a tiebreaker roll. If I break it in his favor, he gets away?
That's not fair for me to tell you what happens in failure.
Yeah.
But
I will say that I tend to. You have to invoke a trait, and I tend to let whatever you do with the trait to break tie in the favor. Illustrate what that failure is, right?
Yeah. Well, I just looked and I don't have a fate to spend. So
what?
Yep.
Jesus.
I was about to tell you to just use the fate. Oh,
yeah, I know. I was like 3 6s. That's a no-brainer. I should just explode that business.
It's not
well,
as
here
easy.
we are. This is.
Yep. Yeah.
What do you do, Bryn?
I'm gonna use Jaded against me, and be like,
no.
and say and like when he says that, I'm like, you're right. They've screwed us both, and I stop fighting him for a moment.
Oh no.
I'm like,
you're like, finally, I can make a friend with this guy that's trying to kill me.
Yeah. So of course, everyone else in the room, they see you talking to it, right? They see you. Everyone sees you talk to the hobgoblin, and the hobgoblin leaves, and then we look over to the gnoll, and the gnoll cannot get itself free until it bites off its own hand.
Oh.
Why didn't we do that?
Yeah.
And now you have a gnoll with a bloody stump.
Ooh.
It spits its own hand out. Its mouth is completely covered and just up, nose down is just dark red.
But
I'd love to have freedom of movement.
It shakes itself off.
A lot of things just happen there, and I just want to clarify a piece in the middle. So Bryn talks to this guy, and then he says what? Because she stops fighting with him for a moment, and then he's like, cool, peace out, I'm gone. Or he says, forget you, or he like...
Oh yeah,
follow me to the treasure.
He says like he's like probably just says I was gonna say no, he's gonna curse you to heck. He wants to eat you, right?
Not the
the hobgoblin.
Curse you to heck.
No, everyone wants to eat you. Surprise.
Okay.
No, so
humans are delicious.
Yeah, like there's like you're not. I swear this like your meat's not even worth it, as it storms out.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Alrighty.
you have 1 turn to the grind.
Humans give me
As
gas.
we're doing. Yeah, unworthy meat. Exactly. Well, he's a dwarf, so it's even,
Yeah, she.
All right.
But
she, yeah. Right. So, hobgoblin leaves. Right. I think it's fair, Linus. You toss the keys to Cadence to free themselves too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're free, of course. But Noel's free too.
Okay, well, I will throw. These other guys are all manacled too, right?
The other
merchants.
The merchant, the 2 men-at-arms, and the orc are all manacled still. The men-at-arms are like being like, give us the keys.
Yeah, I tossed the keys to one of them.
Cool. They unlock themselves and unlock their buddy too.
So my tactic is going to be that we're all in there, and we have to get out, and I will stay between these gentlemen I have freed and this hungry gnoll. Stumpy, I call him.
Stumpy.
So me and Stumpy have like a kind of a little barrier of mercenary, if I can manage it.
Yeah, but that would work well. Only you, the mercenaries, and you are kind of vying to be like, no, you get in front.
We're doing like a lovely dance. Like, no, you. And
Yeah,
maybe
no, like, yeah,
you go
you're
first.
like, no,
Each
get up
person
there.
takes a step, and then
Right.
no, you.
You're an elf. You can do this.
Okay. Gosh, I'm really close to just shoving one of them at him.
I mean, they're men at arms. That's kind of what they're there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not paying. Like, that's why we're shoving them, not ordering them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
And,
it is a little bit like, you know, at a party, you meet someone who says they're a doctor, and you're like, hey, can you check out this mole?
No. Yeah. So here's what I'll do. I'll be like, oh God.
Hey, you're a fighter. Can you fight this thing? I don't want to
no,
fight.
they're fighters, right? So I'm like, come on, we've got to fight him. And then I just shove one of them mightily and run out the door.
And it's like, fuck that. You know what you just saw what it did to that hobgoblin. You fight it. Yeah, they're not going to unless you want to put your money where your mouth is and persuade them to do this.
Wait a second.
They're gonna get behind you.
There is still a bound orc here, though, right?
Yes. Yeah. Who's just kind of like meditating.
That's fine. He can eat the orc.
It's not going to. Yeah.
Okay.
Do any of us know much about gnolls? Like they eat everything to like feed their god and everything, but like, do they still digest this stuff? If we feed him something bad, does that like slow him down?
No, I already fed him rotten stuff.
Unknown.
He loved it.
Yeah. We just ate a whole.
And so when we were
disgusting
thrown in here, all our
sandwich.
stuff was taken, right? We don't have like any of our.
No,
that was
so
part of the twist.
Yeah, we got to
we
keep
just
our
got
stuff.
chucked in a
Or
holding
compromise.
cell with all our stuff.
Yeah,
and all this.
compromise was that rather than getting kicked out of the caves, that they were captured, but their stuff would be in this room.
So
Let's grab our stuff and run. I mean, I don't think we have a good tactic here other than run and hope that we lose the gnoll in the chaos.
So
Actually,
we're gonna have a Scooby-Doo situation where
Alright, so
you
I
guys
tell
are
them
running
that-
down a hallway, the gnoll with one hand is chasing you, the hobgoblins are on the other door.
So
I'm
these guys
running.
all saw me cast my magical spell, right?
Yeah.
I like did my bard magic and sang at the people, even though it
Yeah.
wasn't very effective. So I tell them, I'm like, I don't do fisticuffs. I'm a bard. I can sing and enhance your abilities. And I start singing so that they can attack.
They say, bullshit, you're an elf, you were born with a sword. You know how to use a sword, do it.
okay, so
Yeah.
I think we either run or I've got several things that I would be curious to know what a gnoll eating them would look like. A dagger, wolfsbane, a flask of oil that could be lit.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I am also fine with running away, but I see potential for experiments here.
Yeah.
I also see potential for camping right here by this fire with all our stuff in a room with a door that we can lock. If we can defeat this gnoll, drive it off.
Ooh, that's. a
I'd
good
love
point.
to. What if we drive the gnoll off and send him after the hobgoblin?
Sure.
you know,
Let's do a drive off.
Oh
try
I like driving.
Just try and
off
get him
the
out
most.
the door and let him run chaos on the goblins. That'll give us some time to hunker down here and camp. Because right now we are.
These guys are like, you were born with a sword, and I'm like holding this tiny like knife. It's like a very sharp butter knife.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the concept here is that someone's gonna try to get the door open, and like you're gonna try to push the gnoll out that way.
Yeah.
In a
Well,
way.
door's open. Hobgoblin just ran through it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So that was just a matter of angling to get the gnoll
Yeah.
that way.
Just convincing him that the
Just
hobgoblin
convincing him that's where he wants to go.
is tastier treats than us by way of clubs and shields and all that other stuff.
Douse someone in barbecue sauce.
So I think if they're already sort of talking about like you fight him, Bryn looks at them and says, "How about we all do it?" And chucks one of the men at arms one of their weapons from the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All
So
right, who
they're
wants to-
armed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any reason not to get them in on the Obviously they can't contribute to the conflict, but
Yeah.
they can get helping dice. So
That's reasonable. I will allow that.
cool.
Okay, so you want to drive them off, and so the
Yeah.
goal is to drive the get the gnoll out of the room.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Who wants
drive
to lead
off
this conflict?
The gnoll's goal
Right.
Knowles
is to
will-
feed. It must feed. So, conflict captain of this.
Oh no. Okay.
We're looking at fighter
I
and
mean, I
health
could.
here.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Yeah.
do it. I was kind of instigating.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, go for it.
I was almost gonna volunteer because like getting rid of people is one thing that Linus does really well, but the skills are not up my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
so
everyone's
I,
led a conflict except for Linus. I'm totally happy if you like want to jump in and have fun. Do it.
I mean, I don't feel super confident either because I'm pretty sure we got whooped last time.
I've not led one either. I think we've only had
Oh.
2 conflicts.
Oh, we've only had 2.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Cadence and Brent have both led one. I mean, not that there needs to be a round robin thing, but
I do not think that Linus is the type to just like step up out of nowhere, and considering he has no fighter and only 2 health, he's
No, yeah.
Really
So
is.
I
Yes.
jump forward. Finally,
Go for
when
it,
like
yeah.
no one's, we've been going back and forth for a while, and then I just leap in and start fucking slashing like wildly, trying to like, I take up some space in front of it, not very close, maybe 10 feet, and start doing wild slashes so that it just can't take up the few feet of area in front of me, so that it can't like advance. Hopefully.
Yeah, okay. It
I
doesn't.
mean, it can't advance just without
I will
freely
count
eating
that.
me.
I would totally
Right.
count that for helping on this disposition roll, right? But I mean, the gnoll doesn't really care. The gnoll will just it just advances, and you're like back, and it just keeps coming at you.
what's that hand you're waving at me?
Yeah, yeah.
This game looks tasty.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to stand my ground and hope that everyone jumps in. So
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
plan.
we got your back.
I'll help.
Yeah. Somebody, Grover Bomb pointed out, is the gnoll injured since
No.
it just bit off its hand?
No,
Cool.
wow.
that's a good question. Yeah,
Gnolls are hardcore.
yes, they are. To me, they're probably one of the most hardcore living creatures because of that stuff. That's why
Yeah.
they just
Okay.
don't care.
I think they should perpetually have
living.
hungry and thirsty, but I won't push
Yeah.
for that one. Just an incurable condition. Always checked.
Yeah, I'll help by picking up my base and using it as a like you would direct airline traffic. Just be like, come on this way. This is the outdoor. This is the path of the least resistance here, Noel. Right, because we're all trying to help with this.
I think we need to.
disposition
Yeah,
roll,
we
right?
can establish
Yeah.
danger areas, but I think we all just
Yeah.
need to establish some sort of beneficial thing at the other side.
Yep. Well, yeah, the beneficial thing is that we're hoping he goes after the hobgoblin that just ran out. That there's not a lot of carrot here. There's not a lot of carrot here. There's a whole lot of stick, which is us.
Yeah.
I'm actually wondering if I can try to lure him out somewhat. So I've got cook. I'm not sure if, and I've got like wolfsbane, which is more of a. It's not like a seasoning, but I'm wondering if I'm trying to find a way to leverage that into doing something to tempt him out, because I want to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I already drank my skin. So yeah, I think Linus takes like. I've got a flask of oil. I find some. So since I'm a cook, I know like which things have like really great aromas, and I totally like crack off a little bit of one of my rations and like a few sprigs of wolfsbane, and then toss them into the lantern or torch or whatever to make like a really
nauseous,
aromatic, like, and try to fan that out of the.
Yeah, so it wants to not be here.
Yeah, there's a fire in the middle of the room. I mean,
I throw a few things in there that I think would smell okay to humans, but would probably drive off the gnoll.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Awesome, love it. Bryn is like sorely disappointed at everybody. Every goblin of any breed. She's like, cowards, a lot of them. Fine, go feet. And she's got Basil's shield, so she's just gonna keep using that and try and like slam it and get it away from Cadence and she doesn't think it understands her, but she's nevertheless cursing like, go feast on goblins. They don't deserve any better right now.
Shield is damn useful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, is that okay with you, Basil? If she's using shield? I mean, I described holding it.
Yeah, I grabbed the mace.
It seems more applicable than shooting with a crossbow because I frankly don't think gnolls care about pain. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah. All right. So let's give Cadence some helping dice for this.
So I'm like adding my health to a dice roll, right?
Yeah, you're rolling your fighter, and then you get to add health as if the health that just got all the successes.
Fighter. My vital skill. I think it's 3. Yeah.
And then you're getting, I think, 3 helping dice from us.
Yep.
Are the men-at-arms helping with disposition?
No.
So my health is 4, so that's 7.
Yep. So you have 7. Right. So you have 7 points to distribute among your 4 people.
It's only 6 because at least one of us is hungry and thirsty.
Correct. Oh yeah. Do you subtract a success because you're exhausted? So you're 5.
That's where I thought.
Accept resources, circles, and recovery.
Exhausted's a factor.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's why, because he's still exhausted.
Added
he's just
to Bob, not reduced from successes, but that's me.
No, I'm looking at both. So both of them are -1 success for both anybody in the group being hungry and thirsty, and if you're rolling and you're exhausted.
Yep.
Okay.
Which we all are. Actually, everyone but Lionel.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's at 5.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're actually at 5.
Okay, I just take all of them. No.
Yeah, who do you love best?
Gosh, I think I'll just
the golden apple.
I think I'll give it to Linus.
Okay, so Linus gets the extra one.
That's sweet.
Sure. What about the order of operations here? I guess maybe I should put down, but that's cool.
We should declare our weapons first, and then you get to decide, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, that's true. The gnoll snarls, and you see its rows of sharp teeth.
Yeah, rows. Love it.
Use what you've got at hand. That was no.
So on the display there, we've got the hungry and exhausted next to the wrong, and fresh need to be swapped.
Oh my God! Yes, you absolutely do.
Poor Linus.
Yeah, everybody forgets about him.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the mace because Bryn's got the shield.
Yeah. And I forgot to do it. Sorry, go ahead.
I have my dagger out.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. That makes sense. Cool. So who's going first? Or I guess that's the part we need to figure out, right?
Yeah, we need to figure out what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Cadence, you're our captain, so you pick the actions.
Okay.
So
I think a feint might not be a bad idea, actually.
But I think we want to wait a little bit because you want to feint when they're defending, and I don't
I don't see this guy.
Oh, right. Sorry, I misinterpret. I always forget what Fate is good with. Feint is not good. I think Feint would be a bad idea.
So we want a versus.
So
If we can get it.
I'm guessing that he seems like the type who would just lead with an attack. I'm thinking the way that we turn that into a versus is with a maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of maneuvering anyways. That's what I'm doing.
And in a drive off, maneuver is will. So maybe Linus actually does that first drive off because I have an awesome will.
You do.
And it could be like stoking the flames up of my burning concoction and trying to just like drive him away. Try to like get him off balance and like nauseous or like, coughing or whatever.
I like it.
To me.
Yeah, that's absolutely maneuver, right? Just making conditions so it's harder. Yeah, totally.
And maybe, I mean, it'd be great if we could get some. Oh wait, you can't. Can you go up in health from your starting?
No.
You can't. Yeah,
Okay,
so
so-
defend is good for recovering. I mean, I can't imagine him doing things. The only thing I would say is I really doubt this gnoll is ever going to defend.
I'm wondering if we just count on him doing attack.
I mean,
I think if Eric is playing the gnoll as he has described him, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Right, like that's.
I mean, I think that's what we'd expect in character
Yeah.
as well. So,
So
yeah, maneuvers and defenses.
Well, we've got to
Defend.
eventually take him out.
Yeah.
We could maneuver, attack, defend.
Yeah,
Or
and
we
then
could-
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, and then see how it goes next time.
okay.
Because defend and maneuver are both versus with attack, and then attack is independent. If he is doing attacks, then there's a chance that we'll each tear each other's dispo down. But who knows? Yeah, I think.
No, that sounds fine to me. But who wants to do the second maneuver, the attack?
I can do it because if we're gonna finish with the defend, we probably want to finish with that shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it looks fine as.
But I got to tell you, you got to be really good with that maneuver, because I'm looking at
Better maneuver the shit out of it.
So so who's doing the attack in the middle?
Basil, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Okay,
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah.
that was fine then. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I like to stretch my legs before a battle, though, so it's good that I went for a walk.
Yeah.
Brenner cadence for the third.
Bryn has the shield, so
Yeah,
she's got plus 2D to do it, but Will is not her strong suit. She's not a great defender. Drive off.
Oh God.
I mean,
we really should have swapped
she's got
weapons.
well, yeah, she's got a 3. Will, it's not terrible.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't think I'm any. Well, I have a 4, but I think it's better with your shield still.
Yeah, and we can switch weapons between exchanges. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we'll survive it.
Nope.
We'll see. If it's anything like my dice last session, maybe not.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This last session we're murdering us.
Kill.
Yeah, which is the most. That's a black swan event for me. That's my dice are. All right.
All right. So we've picked our moves. So we can reveal.
I think
Ready,
so.
flip?
Yep, we reveal
Okay.
left to right. I think next time I make a note for myself to make it so we reveal from like inner center to out. Probably make a little bit more sense. But okay.
I think.
Instead of reading it left to right with a center inflection point. Okay.
Yeah.
So so this is obviously Linus's smoke and
Yeah.
toxic
And he did script attack.
aromatic. Yeah.
Good
Yep.
call there, Sage.
Yeah, I mean, the gnolls just.
I do have a
heedlessly-
mirror, so we can do smoke and mirrors.
Okay,
Very true.
so I've got 6 will. I think I want to set this up. I'm gonna kind of go all out here. I'm gonna, I think, use my wizard sight trait because like it's the smoke. Since I can, with my weird wizard sight, see like the edges of his aura or whatever, I can get the smoke going so much that it's actually like clouding his eyes and stuff, and it doesn't bother me as much. So like I can be fanning up all this smoke and
Yeah, you're doing something like, like Eye of Newt into a frog, Will of Bat, Tongue of Dog.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that's a level 1 trait, so this is the only time I get it. But let's go for it.
Seems good. You're also fresh.
I'm also fresh. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 2 dice so far. I think that's all the stuff that I have for myself. Is there anybody helping with my smoke fall, like smoky distraction?
Yeah.
Sure.
Bryn's got the shield, so she's just like trying to like waft it. Like if she's doing,
nice.
like, she's just like using it as like a to catch the air and like blow it in his direction.
Mhm.
If it sees like his eyes are getting red and he doesn't like it, she's like, oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, it
Anybody else?
probably doesn't. It probably puts its stump like to try to like block it out of its eyes.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to try and help too, but like just set my robes on fire. Not like dramatically on fire, but enough to smolder and whatnot and try and wave some around. I've got some practice with incense.
Is this guy wearing shoes?
No.
So I try to kick some coals like underneath his feet and like kick up more ash and smoke, like more
nice.
particulate matter into the cloud.
Those all sound like helps.
Sweet.
Because I didn't kick my boot away, remember? Super
Yeah,
smart.
well done.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so I got all those dice.
I'm
Yeah.
rolling 5 dice.
And I don't need an arm.
That
Okay,
is
I'm rolled.
Okay. You beat me. I get an additional success. Oh wait, no, that my
only if
weapon
you
grants
win.
my weapon grants me an additional success.
Oh, okay.
But no, +1 success only occurs if I win. You're right though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, you win by a differential of 4.
Who's the kid?
Okay, so we do not get everything. I think there's only one way to spend all 4, so I kind of.
Well, does he
No,
have
actually,
a weapon?
how would we disarm him? He doesn't really have he's eating everything.
He's disarmed himself.
What is his weapon though? Is his weapon like insatiable
teeth.
hunger or something? Yeah.
His weapon's
teeth.
his teeth.
Right. You
teeth,
could shove
his bite.
something in his
Ooh.
mouth so that he like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's coughing, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's coughing.
Okay. Yeah. So I always feel like if there's only like you should spend everything you can. So that would be impeding him. So like his eyes are watering and his nose, because he probably uses his nose as like a big way of finding stuff, is like useless.
Yeah.
And then he's disarmed because he's coughing so much that he like can't bring his jaws together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Damn.
So he's disarmed for the remainder of the conflict.
Yeah, which gives me a -1 die, in addition to you impeding me. So I'm down 2 dice next turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you don't get the benefit of your weapon. It's a double.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whew.
that's really good.
Well, it's really good. I'm worried about this very next thing.
All right.
So, I'm going to roll fighter. Now that he's impeded and coughing, I am going to encourage him to leave by hitting him on the back with my mace. Just literally trying to swat him out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's more of a
totally.
swat than a beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who can help? Because let's just say I
can
need some
definitely
help.
help. And since he has so much more reach, all I'm really doing is I'm not trying to stab him, although I don't want to slow him down. So I'm just like kicking him in the ass, kind of like while you're swatting him out.
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to kick him, make sure that he has as much forward momentum in that direction as possible.
Nice. I'm gonna he broke one of the chains out of the wall, and the other one he bit his hand off. So he's got one chain with like the original molding, like the spike and all the original molding that was in the wall, like flailing around. Bryn's gonna pull the shield to the side and grab the chain when it comes by and start yanking on him and pulling him towards the door.
Nice.
Yeah, and Linus, so like we're trying to drive him off. I'm just using like my arcane knowledge to spout random snippets of like spells and weird stuff that I've learned, and just like be weird. Like it's something that Linus is very good at doing, and like scaring people off. Like he's not like intimidating them off or anything. He's just being so weird that the gnoll wouldn't want to be around.
Yeah, you're not.
He's
like
so
getting the-
off-putting. It's like a superpower.
Yeah, Linus, you're the only thing a gnoll won't eat.
So I think I'm gonna also pull in my foolhardy trait here.
That makes sense.
And I think I'm literally like I'm hitting him with the mace, or hitting it with the mace, trying to get it out the door, but also like running up and like going right next to it and pointing the direction out, like you gotta move this way, or just like getting two hands on.
Closer than you should.
Yeah. All right, so that's 4 dice to help me out, which that's helpful.
Basically, you have a bear in your minivan.
Come on. Let's go.
And a bunch of like delicious food in our minivan.
Yeah.
All right. Should I make this roll? Or?
Yeah, I want to ask though if this is where the men-at-arms will aid us. They've been armed.
Can they fight?
Well, they can give helping dice. They can't take actions, but I'm wondering if they will. I'm wondering if they'll get in the middle of this.
No, they are not. No,
they're cowards.
They're,
and we will
they're
eat
cowards.
them later.
Yes, they are cowards for sure. Far and away cowards.
Cool.
Right. So, and the exhausted is something that comes off of my successes. Right. It's not something I put in before the roll. I don't lose a die on it. I just no. It's worse than that. All right. I'm gonna roll.
Losing a die is worse than losing a success because you can explode dice. But
you're right.
Generally speaking, success hurts more than dice.
Wait, are you? Hold on. I think I just said I went along with you, and I think hold on. If you're exhausted, it's a factor in your test, which reduces your successes by 1.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we were all just doing.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I know. I think I just got my head flipped around and I just wanted to be explicit. Thank you.
Yeah. And I don't have an ob because it's a versus here.
Well, it's a versus, so it's up 1, right? You have to get at least 1 success.
Yeah.
For it to be successful.
I often agree with people when I wasn't paying attention.
Whoa!
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
wow. Well, you wipe the floor. It's over. But I also get 1. So, huzzah! So I get a minor compromise out of you.
Well, Basil's wearing leather armor, and he's the
oh
yes.
He could try and see if that leather armor.
So it's just a D6.
Yeah.
Well,
Would they capture you in leather armor? Yeah, they probably would. They probably wouldn't have addressed you. That's fine.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
All right. We just throw this roll in.
Yeah, just get a 4.
4, 5, or 6 is a success, and your armor ablates the damage.
Right, that's the normal success thing, right? So it's just like a skill 1 roll.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
Nice.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. Perfect. So,
So we drive them off.
Congratulations. You drive off the gnoll out of the door perfectly. No one's hurt. But the grind does tick down.
Yep. Stupid grind.
So make sure everybody has also after a conflict, everybody has marked their advancements.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get 1.
Yeah, you get to pick 1 out of the actions roll.
There we go. Okay. Yep. So you get to pick 1, and okay. And the grind ticks down, right? So you are now. Let me look at the. Do I have the order? Damn, I don't have the order written down.
Oh, crap.
Angry. I'm pretty sure it's angry.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
I think it is.
I think it's angry.
So you're all angry.
Well,
Which makes sense. You might
not
be
like-
angry because the people didn't help, and
Not all of us.
Not all of
Yeah,
us.
not
You're
all
right.
of you.
Linus
Don't forget Linus.
Yeah. We don't gain any more though.
No, because there's no
Doesn't
consequence. We got a perfect result on that conflict, so we don't take any from that. But we just
So
did
lucky. The obvious,
yeah,
the obvious minor compromise I was going to shoot for would be that your armor is destroyed because it just took a huge chunk of it as it left. So like that's good.
Now my armor might actually be.
No,
Getting
leather armor
hot.
doesn't.
Getting hot. So I start extinguishing your flames.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So leather armor.
So I'm like putting you out, and I'm like, a lot of help you lot were. What were you doing? Standing around and watching? You're gonna pay a spectator fee or something?
Well,
That's good.
our duty is to protect. And then he looks over. Oh, geez. And you see them actually go over and look at the merchant and look them over. And they go, Jaroslav, you all right, buddy? Jerry, you okay? And the Jerry like groans and it's like, oh, thank God. All right, let's get, we're gonna get, these people are gonna get you and your wife out of here. And
What do you mean, these people?
Well, first we're gonna sit down and we're gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've been in here long enough. One more day won't hurt you.
they're like, so the merchant is like coming around from being like in and out of consciousness and looks at the rescuers, and we just see Bezos just plop down and pull out like a smoke and just starts going.
Yeah. Bryn slams the door shut and locks it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the shouts of gnoll barks and hobgoblins yelling.
That'll keep him busy for a while.
Sure,
Yeah,
exactly.
and things get busy, and you guys are in a room.
Nice.
Let's camp it.
Yeah, let's camp.
Should we break and then camp?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, all right.
it's the perfect time for a break too. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 6 minutes for more Keep on the Borderlands. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yay.